Hey y'all, I'm Chris Thomas in Nashville, Tennessee, and this is Land Flipping 101, where you can learn how to earn your financial freedom through land investing, even if you're a complete beginner with no experience. Today, I'm going to show you how to turn your $2,000 tax return into $96,000. But first, I have a question. Emilio asked, how do I get started in land investing? Well, this is a great question for beginners, and my strategy is to find property deals by direct mailing property owners. So first you need a business name and a phone number for receiving calls from interested sellers. And I also would recommend you set up an account with a third-party mail house like Rocket Print or Click to Mail who can send your mailers out for you. You will get your property owner data from a list source like Priced, because they do not require a one-year contract. And they also will help you with the pricing. So there are many steps in the land business, and it's a pretty simple business, but it's not easy because you have to be able to act a little bit like a project manager or a symphony conductor because you're managing a process. Because first you'll have to do market research, and then you'll mail offers to property owners, and next you'll field incoming calls and texts and mail responding to your offers. So you'll negotiate with the seller to get a price that you can work with, usually 25% of the comparable retail value. And once it's under contract, you need to do the due diligence and contact the county in which the property is located to find out about things like zoning, flood area, land use, and restrictions like that. Then next, once you've created a listing with photos and maps and directions to the property and the due diligence information you just collected, you need to start marketing it for sale. Now, in the beginning, there is no shame at all in hiring a real estate agent to help you with this half of the business because they can do the marketing for you. But this is not your long-term strategy. You will want to list it on the MLS and promote it on Facebook Marketplace through land buying groups and real estate investor groups and on Craigslist. But once it's listed, you'll begin getting calls from prospective buyers. And so right now you have to be ready to field those calls until you receive an offer. And then once you receive an offer, you work to close the sale. Of course, I send mine straight to title, so my job is mostly over then. And if you choose to hire a real estate agent, they will field those callers for the prospective buyers. So I like that as a first option for you as you're getting started. Now, there are a lot of little things you can do in each stage that I mentioned, but that is the overview. A lot of this can be outsourced and automated, but in the beginning, you want to do all of this yourself. You'll want to start small and build it up over time. And this is exactly how my business partner and I have done it. And now we are up to mailing 3,000 pieces every week, and we have 10 properties for sale with 2 to 4 closings every month. Our average profit on each closing is around $36,000. So in the beginning, you will want to set a goal, maybe do it on the side to get started, depending on how much money you have to invest. And if you're getting a refund this year, this could be a great way to fund your land business. So we're going to take a look at an example today. If you're getting at least $2,000 in your refund, your tax refund, I'm going to show you how to turn it into $96,000. And I realize this kind of sounds too good to be true, right? But it is doable. So I'm going to break it down for you now. If you take your $2,000 and let's say you spend $500 on your first mailer, and that leaves you with $1,500 to purchase your first property. Say that the value of the property is around $4,500, and given the worst case scenario, let's say you do buy it for more than 25%, and maybe it's 35% of its value. Then you intend to sell it for a 70% of its value based on the formula that I use. So on a $4,500 property, you end up buying it for $1,500 and say selling it for $3,000, and you've doubled your money. So you just made $1,500 and 100% return on your investment. Now don't go spending it on a fancy new flat screen just yet, but roll that over into another property. So the $3,000 you just made can purchase a property that's market value is worth $8,500, and then you can sell it for say $6,000 to again double your money. You see where I'm going with this? Now your bank balance will have $6,000 in it, which can buy you a property valued at $17,000. You can sell that one for $6,000, and now you have $12,000 to buy a property worth $34,000. It gets confusing to me. I have a spreadsheet where I'll show you what I mean. But every time you sell a property, you not only double your return of 100%, but now you can buy a property with twice the value of the last one. If you double your money each time you sell a property, it will only take 7 properties before you reach $96,000. Of course, you should account for expenses, but you can just see how easy it is to make a huge chunk of change by just focusing on one property at a time. And I mentioned I have a short spreadsheet showing how these numbers were calculated. So I will post an image of that into the group after I sign off here today. All right, let me check and see if we have any questions in the chat. And I don't see any, so I don't think I have any right now. So right now, I will give you a quick glimpse into my land business pipeline. I am using Trello to keep track of all the people who contact me, and I love it because it has a mobile app, and half the time I'm not on my computer when someone calls, so I can just drop their info into the app. And when I say pipeline, I'm mainly tracking the seller side, meaning how many properties do I have in inventory at this time, because without that inventory, we really don't have a business, right? So I was looking at my Trello, and I see that I have 29 relationships started with sellers who have not yet signed my purchase agreement. So we're in some sort of negotiation or research phase. Like this one prospective seller I have said she inherited the property and has been paying taxes on it, and she's ready to sell, but when I asked my title company just to take a look at it real quick before I agreed to buy it, they said there's no recorded deed on this property. So I'm really not sure what even to do with that one right now. But that's just an example of the 29 relationships I'm in right now where we're in some phase of negotiating. Okay, but we do have 8 properties currently on the market for sale, and 2 of them are under contract ready to close. One other property I have right now for sale has 2 offers on it, so we are in negotiation now, and I'm hoping one of those will go to contract. We've closed two so far in May, and one more is scheduled to close this month, and the other is scheduled for June. So I just share my success with you because I want you to see that I'm actively working in this business right now, and if you get into it and you take consistent daily action, you will make great returns too. But consistency is the key. And so if you're getting started, go ahead and commit to yourself that you're going to send mail every single week. That's what we do without fail. Speaking of our mail, a big shout out to my business partner Jesse Griffin, who really completes me in a professional sort of way to make our land flipping business work. So I know he's listening, and I want to just say thank you, Jesse, for all you do. Also, I did introduce him last week, and many people have reached out to him. I just want to let you know he won't be as active in the Facebook group as me, but he will be involved in everything from behind the scenes. If you have any questions or want to talk with me one-on-one, look for the Calendly link to schedule a free 15-minute meeting with me. You can find it in the Land Flipping 101 Facebook group in the announcement post. You just have to click on the More button, and it'll take you to my Calendly scheduling link. And I'd love to help you get started or just get unstuck. Let's get your real estate investing business moving forward. Remember, every day, consistently, no 0 days, meaning do not let one day go by where you are not doing at least one thing to help propel your business forward. You can do this, and I will help. Thanks for joining today. Hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.